Parents are furious that they weren't contacted sooner about a contamination scare at an Auckland school dental clinic. About 2,500 children are being tested for HIV and hepatitis after they were treated with contaminated equipment at Pukekohe Intermediate's dental clinic between September 13 last year and January 23rd. Sharon Brett Kelly reports.
Hundreds of parents have been taking their children to emergency clinics for testing today after it was revealed that a hose used to suck out saliva and blood from children's mouths was connected to one that blows in air. But Stuart Johnstone says he's taking his 6-year-old to the family GP for a blood test because he doesn't trust the DHB. He's angry he wasn't personally contacted about the contamination scare. Instead, he saw it on a news feed on Facebook.
We're really annoyed about that, given that they've known about it since the 23rd of January and still no one's had the decency to phone us.
What is your biggest concern, Stuart?
Obviously that our beautiful young 6-year-old that has so much potential has been exposed to a deadly disease.
Stuart Johnstone says he'll take his daughter to a private dentist to have her filling fixed and send the bill to the DHB. He says parents deserved better.
It's not hard to get a group of people together to start ringing some of these parents and actually just talk to us. Let us know what's going on. Give us the correct information.
Many parents who had their children tested today were too anxious to speak, but those who did say they heard about the scare on the news or social media last night.
My reaction was, oh dear, what's this?
And are you concerned at all?
Yeah, a little bit, because she's special needs as well, so yeah, even getting the blood test is going to be a bit of an issue with her, so yeah.
A little bit of concern, and then I just went and started researching as much as I could rather than panic.
Infectious diseases specialist Dr. Tim Blackmore says the risk of a child catching anything worse than a cold from the equipment is negligible.
If a child received treatment after another child, they could have got a cold or something like that from the previous child. But for the scary viruses that have been mentioned, like HIV, Hep B and Hep C, the risks from those are extremely low.
Dr. Blackmore says children who were treated later in the risk period should not rush to be tested.
Somebody had dental work a couple of weeks ago, then I personally would advise them to wait because the chances of them getting anything are close to non-existent, and they'll get better reassurance with a later test.
The DHB's Chief Medical Officer Gloria Johnson says the DHB did not want parents to find out by social media. It had planned to open the hotline, open clinics, start calling parents and to make a statement to the media simultaneously at 9 this morning, but it was forced to change that at the last minute.
We're obviously dismayed about that as well. We don't want people to be finding out these things by social media. Our hand was forced last night because there was some kind of leak from someone to some media outlets late yesterday afternoon, and then of course we had media insisting that they wanted to speak to us last night.
Gloria Johnson says all parents will be contacted within 7 days, but people can call the hotline and speak to someone urgently if they need to. She says the first test results will come back tomorrow. Meanwhile, DHBs around the country are being urged to check their dental equipment. All other clinics in Auckland have been cleared. Mō te hotaka o te ahiahi ko Sharon Brett Kelly aho.